Hello, Steve White, Trek Boy 89 for Steve Arts 89. Something else that came out of the last episode of Star Trek Strange New Worlds, the fifth episode, the one that almost resembled a Star Trek episode, halfway through the season one, they brought up the issue of the Q. It was in an earlier episode where who they're saying is Tree Lane referred to the home world, and they're suggesting that this world that Corby was just exploring is the Q home world. So that makes you ask, who is the Vesta? Are they some sort of evil Q? They were corporeal entities. So I'm like, God, don't let it. Like, it was bad enough they killed Q in Picard, and then Terry Matalas brought him back because that was stupid. And now they're going to have evil Q or something. It's like, and the idea that Tree Lane is a Q, like there can only be one race in the universe with that level of power and omnipotence, when obviously he wasn't a Q. He used technology and tricks and spells that you could break. Like, doesn't make any sense. It's just, this is what happens with stupid people work on these franchises. But yeah, where are they going with this one? I mean, they've already ruined the Gorn, and there is the rumour. God, have I talked about this? The rumour that people are spreading is that is it Patalas? What's the name? The one who's dating Pike that has basically embraced the Gorn DNA to survive is going to turn into a half human, half Gorn hybrid. That's going to be the alien, the Gorn that we see in Arena, or that a group of a offshoot of Gorn will come from her, and we'll see them in Arena, and that's who we see. Because in theory, she could have reptilian style of birth with eggs like the Gorn did, and I guess there could be any sort of life cycle where within a couple of years, because only a few years between Arena, the end of Strange New Worlds and Arena, they could actually have a new race or a group of Gorn who, I guess, are spacefaring. I mean, God, that is pushing it, isn't it? But that's the idea, that supposedly that she's going to return to some sort of Gorn hybrid, and if she's the one, but that one was the captain taken from a ship of other beings like her. It's not like she'd be the only one on the ship and everyone else would be the regular Gorn who just act like animals and act like xenomorphs. None of it makes any sense. So if this is a really incredibly stupid rumour, or just more very stupid ruining of established alien species. But yeah, so that's those are like the two things that I'm sort of worried about, that have both come up in recent episodes of Star Trek Strange New Worlds. The idea of an evil Q, and the Gorn, perhaps, as we saw them in the Federation, just being some sort of offshoot from some sort of blending with a human, which is another xenomorph thing, another alien thing. If you saw what happened with Resurrection, and that the idea that the aliens are affected by the DNA or the species that they breed through. So if they breed in a dog, they're going to look more like a dog. If they breed in a human, they're going to look more like a human. So is the Gorn going to do that now, or is it all just about this one character? And then does a whole subspecies of Gorn come from her in a period of a couple of years? I don't know. It's a mess, but I'm just worried about these two things. I want to talk about them for a minute. Needed some YouTube therapy. But I'm going to go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think of these two possible directions. Because we saw the computer glitch. So we know that, wow, that might just be like, the signal at the end of Conspiracy. Like, oh, maybe they're coming back. It may not actually appear in the next episode or by the end of the series or the end of the season or whatever. But it's hard to tell. But I've been talking for nearly 5 minutes. I'm going to go. Like I said, feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Maybe even ding the bell. Look at the channel for videos, because YouTube won't be sharing any of them on your feed because they don't support small content creators who don't play the game. and just talk about stuff they like, or make a real criticism for things they don't, instead of just hate videos and drama. But yeah, I'm going to go and ponder, because I just can't wait for this show to be over, and I just want them not to be able to hurt Star Trek anymore. But who knows what they're going to do with the last 11 episodes of this series over season 4 and 5. No, it's more like 21 now. Yeah, it's 5 more episodes, 10 seasons of episode 4, and then another 6. So 17 more episodes. The damage they could do is ugh. But we'll see.